Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to do a makeup look. I will be using the Back Talk palette by Urban Decay, if I can figure out which way to use it. So I did learn that this middle mirror does slide out. It's right here in the middle, so just so you know. Okay, so this palette is gorgeous. It comes with blushes and highlighters, and then on the other side are eyeshadows. And these are perfect like for that springy or even Valentine's Day look. Just very neutral but with a pop of color. So it's not anything super crazy. If you like to experiment with makeup, this would be fun. Even if you don't and you like to keep it simple, they have tons of simple colors in here, but they're all just really pretty and romantic, and I do love that. Start off with a primer. I have already moisturized my face because that is key. You want to keep those skin cells nice and plump, so skincare and moisturizing is definitely key before you put on any makeup. So this is the L'Oreal Infallible Glow Lock primer, and I'm going to just apply this all over my skin. A primer is really good for creating a clean, not clean, but just like a soft canvas picture when you're painting. If you're painting something and you have, you know, rough surfaces or divots or anything like that in your canvas, you know, it's going to show up. So same with, you know, your pores or any dry spots on your face. You want to be sure to put a primer on and moisturize. That way it makes it nice and soft and easier for your foundation to go on your face. Okay, so after we prime our face, we're going to go ahead and get started with our foundation. So this is the KDB Glow FX foundation. I really like it. It's one of her newest ones. So I'm just going to put a pump and a half on my hands, and I can always go back and I can always add more, but I always just want to start off with a little bit. I'm going to take a brush like this. It's just a flat foundation brush. This is Morphe G6, and we are just going to place it on the skin and buff it in. Okay, once you get your foundation on, we're going to go ahead and go in with this Tarte Shape Tape. I have never used this before. I've heard all the rage about it, and I finally went out and got it. It covers really well, so you don't need a ton. So I'm not like smearing it all over like I would a normal concealer. Just kind of dotting it, because a little bit does go a really long way. And of course you can always add more, so don't feel like you have to just put like a ton on. Okay, so I'm going to take a little bit of this face setting spray on a beauty blender and just kind of squeeze it around a little bit, and then I'm going to blend it out. You can also blend it out with your fingers to help break down the product and spread it a little bit easier. Okay, so once we have that blended out, I'm going to take this Airspun powder. I can't figure out how to do my things today. Okay, so we're going to take this Airspun powder. You can get this at Walgreens, you can get it at Walmart, and it's usually it's about $6, $5 to $6, and it's just my favorite. I love it. I've used Laura Mercier. I like that one too, but this one is just for the price of it and how well it does, and it keeps my makeup on. So I go with this. Okay, so I'm going to take a tapered brush. If you watch my makeup videos, it's usually always the same thing. When it comes to under eyes, we're just going to take a little bit of powder, dust it off, press underneath your eye to break down that concealer so that there's no creases, and then we're just going to press. Press and just kind of drag a little bit. But you always want to press that product into the skin. We have this one. And just kind of bring it down. So anywhere that you put concealer on, you want to take your brush and this powder and you want to press it in. Make sure you get the creases of your nose, because of course product, you know, we sweat there, we touch there a lot. So any place that you're sweaty, where your makeup tends to come off the most, you want to put this kind of powder because it's going to keep your makeup on really well. Where you put your phone right here. Go ahead and we're going to take a face powder. So I like to set my makeup with powder because especially when it's hot outside, or I have kids and they like to grab my face, or at least the baby does. So I like to set my face with powder. To keep from looking so powdery, we're going to go ahead and take that face spray and we're going to spray our face afterwards. Now my face is ready. It's primed. The canvas is one color, pretty much. And it's just even, okay? That's what you want whenever you're using foundation. It is to cover flaws, but it's also to even out your skin tone and make just for a pretty canvas to apply the rest of your products. Okay, so now we are going to go in and I'm just going to take some bronzer and a blush brush and we're just going to bronze it up a little bit. So this is the Butter Bronzer by Physicians Formula, and I absolutely love it. For one, it smells like the beach, just like that coconut. It smells so good. Okay, so we're going to take this and we're just going to kind of, I'm going to contour with it, but I'm also just going to color up my face a little bit because there is such a difference. So we just want to kind of bronze it up. And of course I will look lighter on camera because there is a really bright light in front of me, so, but in person I am now even. Okay, so we're going to take this powder, this bronzer, we're going to tap it off and we're just going to kind of suck in our cheek a little bit and then we are going to contour. Whatever you do, don't do a harsh contour line. Don't do it really fast like blush like people like to do. Just lightly take it and lightly buff it in. That way your foundation and powder and everything stays in place and your stuff or your powder doesn't look cakey. Do a little bit on your cheekbones. We're going to go back on the forehead, just in this hairline. Contour this, bronze up the chin. Alright, now we are going to take this little contour brush right here. This is actually a paintbrush from Hobby Lobby. And I'm going to take it and contour my nose a little bit. Just tap it and just run it down slightly. Don't use a heavy hand. We just want to slightly contour. And this just creates like an illusion for like a smaller nose. You can bring it on the tip. You can bronze up the sides of your nose a little bit. I actually need to have my eyebrows done. Gotta call my girl. Okay, so I'm going to take this pencil and I'm just going to line them and then fill them in. I don't like to do a lot of overdrawing. I just kind of just go with the shape that they already are. I'm going to go ahead and line my lips a little bit. So those of you that don't know, I did get my lips filled. I used the Versa filler, and I got them done back in, I want to say it was like September, maybe. And then I went in, so I got 3/4 of a syringe put in, and then I went back just like a week ago. I think it was a week ago or a few days ago, and I got like 1/4, the rest of it put in. And it just leaves like a really pretty pout. It doesn't make your lips look like ginormous or too much. Like, they're very, very soft, and it just gives like a little pretty pout. And yes, it hurt. It hurt so bad. The second time wasn't as bad. I felt like I was a little bit more numb, but the first time, oh my gosh, like I was so ready to get off that table. I literally, I could not take it. I have tattoos, I've had C-sections, and my face though, I feel like the lips, like that area, even like underneath your eyes, like I don't even know if I could get filler now underneath my eyes. I would cringe, like I would cry. So a Botox I could probably handle, but this seems so sensitive. And then your lips, oh my gosh, it was not fun, but I did it and it was worth it. So we'll see if I buy another syringe color, but we'll see. I'm just kind of winging it for you guys. Okay, so we're gonna take a flat brush just like this, and we're gonna go in with 3 sheets, which is just kind of like just a light color, and we're gonna put that all over our lid. Get my words right. And this also is just creating like a smooth canvas for you to work on. Okay, sorry kids, my camera died. Of course it did. Okay, anyway, so what we're doing is we're taking this brush and we are putting it in 3 sheets, and we are just going to place it all over our lid. This just helps it to be one solid color. And we already laid that concealer down, so it's going to help stick to your eye and not run down your face or look funky. Okay, all right. Okay, so once that's done, we are going to go in, and I'm just going to take a shader brush and I'm going to dip it in Bare, and we are going to buff out that crease. Just got bright in here. Okay, so we're going to take it and we are just going to buff it into our crease, and you're just doing teeny tiny circles. That's it. You don't have to get crazy with it. Eyeshadow does not have to be 500 million shades on your eye. Especially if you have small eyes, you don't want that because it weighs down your eye and makes them look even smaller. Buffing. Just go back and forth, add a little more at a time, and until you get the color that you want. Remember, with makeup, you can always add more, but to take away, it's a tiny bit harder. So just add a little bit at a time. You really can't mess this up either. Like, you're just blending all these colors together. Okay, so then I'm going to take this brush. It's a Buff and Blend E39 by Sigma. I love Sigma brushes. If you're looking to like get a kit, the Morphe is good, and then Sigma is also good. Okay, so I think I'm going to take a little bit of Attitude because, and I'm going to take it and I'm just going to buff it in my crease just a tiny bit, and then I'm going to buff it out. Okay, so I'm going to take it right here. See, can you see guys? And I'm just placing it. Other side. Now, if you have followed me for a long time, you know I am not huge on big creative eyeshadow looks. Like, it's just not me. It's not something I do. I've tried and I don't like it. Like, I just really like to keep my eyes pretty simple. So the fact that I'm even using this color on my eye is weird. So I'm going to go just buff it a tiny bit more because I want my colors to blend. I don't want them to look crazy. And I'm going to take this color, the dark, the 180, which is just like a sparkly brown. Oh shit, I almost dropped that again. Okay, so I'm going to take it and I'm going to put it on this outer part right here. Just kind of place it right there. Okay, and then take it on the other side. And we're just pressing. So we're just placing and pressing. So now I'm going to go in and I'm going to blend out. Because if I were to leave it like this, it looks literally like someone just stamped eyeshadow like right there. And we don't want that. Okay, so I'm going to just buff this out. Just keep blending. Okay, and then I'm going to take this short shader brush, and it's E20 by Sigma, looks like this, and we're going to take a little bit of that brown and we're going to bring it under our eyes, and then I'm going to take a little bit of the Attitude and mix it together too. And then we're going to take a little bit of the 180. And now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to apply a little bit of eyeliner and mascara. This is the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Gel Black Black Magic? No, Black Market. Okay, here we go. And then I like to use the L'Oreal, the double-ended, or double extended, but double-ended. I don't know what's wrong with me. Mascara. Because if you have short lashes, like I do on the bottom, of course these are extensions, so they're always glorious, thanks to Chelsea. You want to have this white primer mascara because this is going to keep your mascara on your face, not down your face, and it's going to make your lashes longer before you put the black part on. Voila. Okay, so now we're going to go back in this palette and we are going to go to the other side, which has really pretty blushes and highlighters. So I think I'm going to take a little bit of this Low Key. It's like a peachy color, which I really, really love peachy blushes. And then we will take a little bit of this Party Foul and highlight on top. Sorry, my light's like going crazy. Okay, so I'm going to take a Duo Fiber. This is my favorite brush to do blush with because it's not going to leave that harsh just kind of line. It kind of makes it more sheer and just really pretty. So we're going to take that and we're going to buff it on our cheeks and then just up a little bit. Okay, so then I'm going to go ahead and spray my face with this just setting spray. It's just like a facial mist. I use the cucumber and green tea. And this is just going to help your face not look so powdery. So it just gives it kind of that dewy, pretty look. And then you can go back and you can put your highlighter on top, which is going to make it just pop a little bit more. Okay, ready? Let go. I'm going to take this little fluffy brush right here, and I'm going to spray my brush just to kind of make it damp a little bit. Tap it off. And then I'm going to take this party foul and just kind of roll it in there, get it on there a little bit. And then we're going to go down the nose, above the lip, eye, all that jazz. Become a disco ball. And then I'm going to take a little bit with this small brush and I'm going to highlight underneath my brows, which I really have got to get done. And then put a little bit on the inner corner of my eyes. And then I'm going to apply a little bit of this lipstick. Okay, so first we're going to use Blushing Beige by Maybelline. And this is just like a really pretty nude. And then I'm going to take a little bit of this pink. You can use gloss or whatever you want, but just to kind of give it a little more of that softer touch. Alright guys, and here you go. This is my makeup look, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope it has helped you. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them down below, and I will definitely answer them for you. I will try and get most of these products linked below. That way you can check them out and purchase them for yourself if you like them. This Urban Decay Back Talk is really pretty. So if you like the pinky kind of mauve-y look with a pretty highlight, this is definitely the way to go. It's gorgeous. It's really pretty. The colors are blendable. Definitely worth purchasing. So, alright guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.